think I'm crazy, man. I heard this song on right now. It's The Trip. Driving down the highway, man, and living the dream, man. People think I'm crazy for having dreams, man, for having passion, having vision, having direction and purpose in my life. You know, when I was lost and confused and scared and insecure and felt weak inside and inadequate, that was crazy. Practicing insanity, that was crazy. Nah, pulling out from the fucking ruts, you know, moving away from the masses, that's not crazy. In fact, that's genius. But the reason why people think it's crazy is because the majority of the people have been conformed to a certain mentality, a certain mindset, a certain comfort zone, a little bubble. People are safe, they feel comfortable, you know, following like a herd of sheep. You know, I would rather die and have at least tried than to have to be buried with the weight on my conscience that I settled for less, and I never even tried. You know, I tried so hard for so long, but it was all in the wrong direction. There was a point in my life where I tried really hard to be a fuck up. It wasn't because I don't know, you know, I didn't intend to be, but that's how I grew up. That's all I knew. You know, and I don't want anyone to come at me with some sob bullshit story about situations and circumstances and childhood problems and you know hardships and disabilities and all those. Just, you can't come at me with nothing. You can't. There's no excuse you can give me to tell me why you aren't capable of being the best you can be. There's no one can tell me that you can't help another person, that you can't, hold your eyes open for another hour a night before you fall asleep and maybe read about 10 pages of a inspirational book. You can't tell me that you can't smile when you see somebody as opposed to mean mugging them and frowning at them. There's no way that you can tell me that you are physically incapable of at least trying to better our world just in a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't have to save the world, but can you do your part? Can you do something? One time a day, I don't know, pick up a piece of trash, open, help somebody on the sidewalk or whatever, man. There's so many examples out there. I don't want to spin my wheels, explaining what you can and cannot do. I don't know. I guess you have to reach a certain breaking point in your life. At least for me, like I had to reach the depths of mental just slavery, man. Mental hell. Like I pulled myself out of a really dark place, man, some time ago, and it took those particular circumstances and those situations for me to truly value and truly appreciate and be grateful for where I'm at today. Had I not been inches away from death a few times, had I not gotten myself in the situations I've gotten myself into, I don't know, but that's what it took for me. And I was in a breaking point, and I had enough. I was done. I drew a line in the sand, and I told myself, you know what, Jesse, I love you. I love you unconditionally, and you're worth more than this. So, made a conscious decision to change my life. So here I am. what do I do? A little creativity, a little initiative can go a long ways. Figure it out. Stop making excuses.